Hey friends, welcome into Old Mountain Bricks. Today we're going to be taking a detailed look at the Lego pickup truck. Made this video a couple months ago, but never edited it and posted it, so let's go ahead and open this thing up. We're going to do a speed build, and then I'll give you some of my thoughts on the pickup truck. Let's get started. Okay, the first thing you actually start out with the pickup truck is the side builds. All the mini builds that come with it for the different seasons, like the wreath, some of the pumpkins, like this fun wheelbarrow, and other fun things there. It's always fun to put these type of things together because they are actually larger scale in most situations than like minifigure scale, and of course the truck itself is larger than minifigure scale. But you start by putting all of those together. They can be a little intricate and a little fragile at times, but it was fun to put like those big sticker pieces over there on like the easel. I think is a really fun part of this set. And I love the flower pot and then just some of all the overall garden tools and the watering can and the milk canister. But then you get started on the actual truck. So of course with anything these days it does start with a Technic frame, which again I'm not the biggest fan of Technic, but you gotta have it in order to have some of those fun abilities. I think like you're able to turn the steering wheel and such, and it just gives it that overall strength that you need. And of course this pickup truck is this dark red color, so there's going to be a lot of these dark red pieces. Part of the reason I think they did this was back in the day, like brittle brown and this brittle red had issues in a number of sets, so they kind of wanted to prove to themselves, yes, that our pieces are fixed, they're not going to break straight out the box or anything. But some of those details start coming together, like some of the pedals and kind of making sure all the Technic is put together. The front was actually a lot harder to put together than I initially realized when starting to put this together, but it all gets together eventually. That's why this is an 18 plus style set, of course, because all those gears have to kind of work together, so when you turn the wheel, it turns all the actual wheels of the car. So you do that kind of in the front and then a little bit in the back as well, as far as kind of supporting everything. But that engine part was a big part of this build that took a lot longer than I thought it was going to. And then you actually get to start adding more of the actual system build red bricks that makes these creator expert vehicles so great as compared to some of the Technic vehicles and such. This one is unique though because it is not branded with any sort of manufacturer like Ford or Chevy, or like we've gotten Volkswagen number of vehicles in the past and the Harley and such. So putting this together I thought was fun. They might have asked, maybe they said no, I'm not sure. Maybe they didn't want to start a war with different truck companies or anything. So interesting to see that this one is not branded, but I think this red pickup truck is classic these days. It's just one of those things when you look around, especially around the holiday time when I initially was building this, is you see this red pickup truck in everywhere, all kinds of rustic paintings and everything. So just interesting to see. Next thing you start on here is the bed of the truck. So you start putting kind of these longer pieces together in order to again support the truck. The interesting thing on this one is you are going to put some wood slots in it later on and such, so you got to have those extra holes in there, which just created another level of complexity to the build, which I thought was a lot of fun. The other thing with this red color does fingerprint a little easy compared to some pieces, so you just had to be careful, especially on the outside of the vehicle. Make sure your hands were clean when you were doing it, but then also make sure it goes all together. But yeah, you do the underside of this truck here, you kind of put some more of those pins, so you can just remove this whole truck bed if you ever want to. So I should assume that if you ever wanted to modify the vehicle, I'm sure you could. But the next thing you do is you put the seat together there. Just some really nice details. It does have that extra jumper on there, I think, to put the Christmas present on later. And then you start working on like the top of the car, which had more pieces than I thought, and putting the hood together so it can hinge open. You can see the engine inside. And then you start putting together kind of some of those wood slots and the nice paneling on the back of the vehicle where the rear wheels will go and everything. But I love a lot of the shapes you're able to get with this compared to the original like stud bug and such, which had no curved pieces. This one, those great angles you get on the hood and around like the wheel wells and such are just great. But let's take a final look at the set. Originally released in 2021, the pickup truck comes with 1,677 pieces. It's set number 10,290. It is an 18 plus set. It is more brick built than Technic built as compared to some cars that you get with Lego these days. So these are the kinds that I enjoy, as I'm not a big fan of Technic. There are some Technic parts involved. There are sticker pieces on the side of it here. I wish that was a bit was a printed piece, but it does have a few other printed pieces, like on the very back of the truck, there's this Lego branded 2x4 tile, which I really like. And as you can see in the back, right now I've got a whole slew of all the side builds that come with this, which I'll go through in just a little bit, kind of each one of those. The doors can open. You can see kind of the bench seat and some of the interior details. Okay, you can see all the fun mini builds that came with the truck off to the side here. And we're gonna kind of put it all together so you can kind of see what season is which. We've got fall, winter, spring, and summer. The fun part about this, I don't know, as you saw earlier, if they're all meant to go in the back of the truck. On the back of the box here, I don't see a spot where it's kind of set up that way, but you can kind of get a number of them in there. You can see, I think you're meant to put the Christmas present up in the bench seat. There is a jumper. All right, you see the truck all decked out for winter. You can see some of these really cool curved pieces that are included in this set. That's the kind of thing that Lego has just started doing with introducing some new pieces on this type of thing in order to get some of those more interesting angles and have it not be super blocky. As you can see, these fence pieces are removable like they would be on a real truck. You can see kind of, because we open the detail, you can see some of those interior details. I really like how the doors are built and kind of sturdy. And again, as you turn the wheel inside, you can see it does turn the actual wheels on the vehicle. All right, and you've got the back of the truck here with the tailgate or the truck flap. Kind of comes down. Again, it does have that printed Lego piece on it and the sticker for the license plate with the set number. But a really cool design as far as putting all of those things together in there to make it seamless as far as looking like a vehicle or even a display piece in your home over just a Lego set. And that's something interesting and fun about these types of builds. But overall, I think this is a great set, and I'm going to have it displayed in my home throughout the year and change it with the seasons. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. But until next time, have a good one.